Hey guys, let's just face it, that we live in a very judgmental society, don't we? I mean, people are always judging you by how you look, how you talk, how you dress, the car you drive, if you're too heavy, if you're too skinny, if you're too muscular, if you don't have enough muscle. Every aspect of our life, there's always somebody that's judging us. Now, there's nothing wrong with judging people. If you're judging people, that you're trying to coach them, you're trying to uplift them, and you're doing it in a very positive way, trying to make their life better, that's a good type of coaching, a good type of judging. But the problem is that if we're judging people where it's a repeated movie on a daily basis and it's very negative, you're always trying to put them down, you're saying things very derogatory, and it's kind of whiny, it's complaining, and it's always something that making excuses, all these other type of judgment. That's not a very good thing. See, the problem with that is that the issue is that you're not judging them. The problem is not their fault. Those are not the issues. The issue is not in the judgment of the others. Those type of issues are in the judgment of yourself. You're frustrated, you're angry, you're resentful, you've had some issues in your life, and you're projecting on your feelings onto them just so you can subconsciously, in some weird way, feel better about yourself. That's not a good thing to have. And so look, I had a patient, I'll give you a perfect example, that really wanted to make a change. And so he wanted all the complex type of stuff in his life because he found himself judging how he kind of looked in his body weight and everything and not feeling good about himself. So he literally, like the Bible said, he got still, which is always a good thing. And he started looking internally rather than externally. So he wanted to make a good change for his life. And so at that point, what happened was he wanted all the information. I said, look, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you something golden. But I found out that if I give you all the complex stuff to do, people don't generally will do that. And so I'm going to give you something simple to do. And I want you to follow this something simple, which I'm telling you, follow this something simple to do. And then 2 weeks later, I'll give you a little bit more complex. But here's what I found out. If you don't do the simple, you won't do the complex. And so bottom line, what I told him, which I'm giving you a suggestion to do, is I said, have a smoothie daily. And he said, well, I love food. And I said, okay, I'm going to make a smoothie that tastes kind of good for you. Number one, I don't like whey. I don't like, a lot of dairy. I think it's not a good thing. It causes inflammation inside your body. So if you have inflammation of your brain, you got issues with your brain. If you have inflammation of your heart, you're going to have heart problems. So inflammation, especially of your gut, is a really bad thing because that disseminates throughout the whole body. So that's why I don't like whey. So bottom line, I got this grass-fed protein that's actually beef from Sweden, from a cow, okay? So it's actually beef. I want you to put that scoop into your smoothie, and then what I want you to go and buy the Jewel, it's something cheap, buy frozen blueberries, and then if you really need flavor, sugar's not good, but if you really need the flavor, buy almond milk, and go ahead and have it sweetened, chocolate almond milk, and it's got some sugar. There's a lot of healthier ways to do it, but I want you to do something simple. Go ahead and have that and do that for 2 weeks. Control your insulin so you're controlling your inflammation, and you're going to feel better. Now, if you do that for 2 weeks, then I'm going to give you more complex. And so the bottom line is that he realized that, hey, he's got to make a little bit of change. And then he walked out and he didn't get the grass-fed beef, which is crazy, right? If I'd have wasted all my time, gave all the complex, he wouldn't have done it. Now, I'm not giving up on the guy, and I'm not giving up on you. And what I'm saying is, don't give up on yourself either. If you're finding yourself weak, if you're finding yourself not committed, or you're finding yourself having issues, don't give up on yourself. Keep coming. Sometimes people need to hear things 6, 7, 8 different times in different ways, and then they make the changes. And so, you know what? Have a different movie playing in your head. Stop judging everybody else. Look in the mirror. Be consistent with yourself. It all starts with your health, with a change. Because when you start feeling good and you start judging yourself and then find somebody else that's going to judge you, that's going to be positive. That's going to uplift you and then not give up on you. And if you start doing some of those changes like that, guys, then that judgment is going to be a good thing. That judgment is going to be a positive thing. And the person that's judging you also could uplift you and make you better. And then lastly, don't give up on yourself. Even if you make mistakes, don't be so critical. Don't have so much anger. Don't have so much frustration. Learn from them. And if you do those things, then that type of judgment could be a good thing. But if you don't get yourself caught up in that, then we get caught up in the whirlwind of all the wrong type of judgment that literally destroys us. And it's always about being healthy in every aspect in your mind, in your body, and in your spirit. And if you judge that way, in a beautiful, harmonious way, life's really good. Take care, guys.